morning and a very warm welcome. You are watching JanataTelevision and this is the English Bulletin with me, Anustha Acharya. The top stories first. CPI unified socialists to vote against MCC. The ruling party urges other parties to stand against the MCC. Nepali Congress says USA has not given any pressure to ratify MCC. Government to accept any proposal that is beneficial for the country. Nepali Congress making efforts to endorse MCC, warns that the failure to endorse MCC will impact Nepal's international relations. Fighter jet crashes in Iran. Tabriz at least 3 killed as military jet comes down near school. And Nepal in series after thrashing Canada by 8 wickets. The cricket team is just one step away from T20 World Cup. And now the news in detail. The ruling CPI Unified Socialist has decided to vote against the MCC agreement in Parliament. The party's secretariat meeting took a decision to this effect. The meeting held at the party office yesterday decided to vote against the MCC in case it is presented for voting in Parliament. The party spokesperson Janata said that the CPI Unified will vote against the MCC agenda and will also encourage other parties to vote against it. He said that the party has not yet decided whether to statue as a coalition partners or to quit the government.
आज छलफलको लागि समय पुगेन, यो निरन्तर छ। आज एउटा निर्णय गरेका छौं, हामी एमसीसी को यो प्रस्तावको संसदमा दर्ता भएको प्रस्तावको विपक्षमा उभिने छौं र विपक्षमा उभिनका निम्ति सबैलाई भन्ने छौं र वातावरण तयार गर्ने।
Spokesperson Khatioda clarified that it was the party's compulsion to join the government. Nepali Congress spokesperson Prakash Saran Mahat has clarified that the US government has not given any undue pressure to ratify the MCC. Former Foreign Minister Mahat said that the government is not under any pressure to endorse the US-funded project. Speaking with reporters in the capital yesterday, Mahat said that the US government has asked the government of Nepal to settle the issue, but it was just a request. The ANC spokesperson claimed that Nepal is capable of taking decision regarding the MCC agreement itself. He further said that the government is ready to accept any proposal that is beneficial for the country.
अब कसलाई दबाब पर्याछ त्यो उहाँहरूले जवाफ दिनु होला हैन दबाब कसले महसुस गर्नुभयो जहाँसम्म नेपाली कांग्रेस पार्टी र नेपाली कांग्रेसको नेतृत्वको सरकारको प्रश्न छ हामीले यसलाई दबाबको रूपमा लिएको छैनौं यसको छिनोफानो गर्दिनुस् भन्ने अमेरिकी सरकारको भनाइ हो र हामीले छिनोफानो गर्नुपर्छ र हामी आफै यो निर्णय गर्न सक्छौं यो हामी दबाब कसैले दबाब दिएर हामीले निर्णय गर्ने रूपमा हामीले यसलाई लिएको छैनौं र दबाब पनि आएको छैन।
ANC spokesperson Mahat also said that the government will conduct a detailed study to move forward the PRI signed with China. He also reminded that the government of Nepal had agreed to sign the PRI while he was the foreign minister of Nepal. Nepali Congress is making efforts to endorse the MCC agreement tabled in the parliament. The ANC has started discussions with coalition partners in an attempt to endorse the MCC. MCC agenda was presented in Parliament on Sunday amid protest from ruling as well as opposition parties. The Nepali Congress is making efforts to endorse the MCC. The ANC has expedited discussions with the coalition partners to seek majority votes to endorse the MCC. Coalition partners CPN Unified Socialist and Maoist Center have made it clear that they will quit the government if the MCC is passed in its current form. The Nepali Congress intends to solicit majority votes before Thursday House meeting. Senior leader of Nepali Congress Ramchandra Paudel held talks with top leaders after the ruling coalition itself was divided over the issue. Paudel was just want to endorse the MCC but also to keep the coalition intact. Podal met with Maoist Centre Chairman Pushpakamal Dahal and Janata Samajwadi leader Upendra Yadav. He warned the leaders that the failure to endorse the MCC will likely have a negative impact on Nepal's international relation and development projects. He further said that the MCC issue must now be settled through the parliament instead from the streets. This is Janata Bulletin. We'll be right back after a short break. Welcome back after the break. We continue with other national news. The government yesterday confirmed 229 new cases of coronavirus across the country. The total cases of coronavirus in the country have climbed to 975,806, while the number of active cases has dropped to 11,282. Coronavirus claimed 4 more lives across the country, taking the death toll to 11,925. Nepal is currently among top 57 countries that have been most affected by the pandemic. The USA tops the list with over 80.14 million confirmed cases, followed by India with more than 42.85 million cases. Coronavirus has infected more than 426.24 million people across the world and claimed over 5.90 million lives. KP Sharma Oli, chairman of the main opposition party CPN-UML, has said that the ruling parties themselves have deployed the protesters on the street. Chairman Oli also questioned why Home Minister Balkrishna Kant did not order the police to take action when the protesters threw stones at the police and destroyed the road. Speaking at a program organized in memory of Kazi Kalu Pandey in Dahachok, Kathmandu, on Monday he said that he had a telephone conversation with Home Minister Kant in this regard. Chairman Oli also claimed that the ruling parties has conspired to table the MCC in the parliament. On the occasion, Chairman Oli said that the ancestors like Kazi Kalu Pandey had made significant contribution in the unification of Nepal and the wisdom and bravery would always be respected. He claimed that although Prithvinarayan Saha's contribution to the unification of Nepal was significant, but he made a mistake during the Kritipur attack. And now the news from economic front. The government has collected Rs 810 million in royalties from various casinos operating in Nepal. The amount was collected following the instructions of Minister for Culture, Tourism and Civil Aviation Prem Bahadur Ale. The license of Kathmandu-based Yak and Yeti Hotel to operate casino was scrapped for defaulting royalties. Minister Ale warned of similar action in case others fail to pay royalties. Khemraj Joshi, officer of the Department of Tourism, confirmed that the government has collected Rs 810 million in royalties from the casinos. He told the state-owned National News Agency that some other casinos are preparing to clear the dues. According to the department, so far 17 casinos, including Golden Finger Gaming Zone, have paid royalties. It has been learned that the earners amounting to over Rs 1.11 billion are yet to be paid on royalties. Time for a short break here at Janata Bulletin. Stay tuned for international news. Welcome back. Now the international news. Three people have been killed after an army warplane crashed in an urban area in Iran's Tabriz. 2 pilots and a civilian sitting in a parked vehicle were killed in the incident, local army official Reza Yosefi told state media at the site of the crash that the aircraft and F-5 model used training crashed due to technical issues. He lauded the 2 pilots for sacrificing themselves as they managed to avoid residential areas and land and plane in an open area next to a sports complex. In addition to hitting the civil aviation car, the plane hit the side of a social school that was empty due to COVID-19 restrictions. These 2 pilots laid down their lives so that the plane wouldn't hit residential areas. They could have ejected, but they stayed and managed to veer it towards a non-residential area, Yosefi said. An army spokesman confirmed Yosefi's account and said the incident took place at approximately 8 a.m. and identified the pilots as Sadeh Falahi and Alzira Hanifazad. Russian President Vladimir Putin has recognized breakaway rebel regions in Ukraine's east as independent states, effectively ending peace talks here. The self-declared People's Republics of Donetsk and Luhansk are home to Russia blockade leveled who have been fighting Ukrainian forces since 2014. Russian troops have been ordered to perform so-called peacekeeping functions in both regions. Western powers fear it paves the way for Russia to enter Ukraine's east. The extent of the mission remains unclear, but if troops cross the border, it would be the first time Russian soldiers have officially entered rebel-held territory. You are watching Janata Bulletin, and now the latest from the world of sports. Nepal has reached semi-final in the ICC T20 World Cup global qualifier after defeating Canada in yesterday's match. A report. Nepal defeated Canada by 8 wickets in the final match of group stage held at Oman's Cricket Academy ground 1 in Muscat. With the victory, Nepal has become the winner of Group B. Nepal met the target of 81 runs by losing 2 wickets in 14.1 overs. Unbeaten Kusal Bhurtel contributed the highest 34 runs for Nepal. Likewise, Dipendra Singh Aire scored 27 runs and Asif Sheikh 17 runs. Earlier, winning the toss, Canada chose to bat first and made 80 runs in 15 overs by losing all wickets. Dillon Highlizer of Canada remained not out on 24 runs. Captain Navneet Thaliwal, Ran Pathan and Salman Nazar contributed 15, 14 and 10 runs respectively. Nepal's captain Sandeep Lamichhane took 3 wickets. He was declared the player of the match. Avinash Bohra and Kamal Singh Aire took 2 wickets each. With the victory, Nepal has become the winner of the Group B by collecting 6 points from 3 matches. Similarly, Oman has reached semi-finals as the runner-ups with 4 points. Nepal will next play against the UAE, the first runner-up of Group A, in the semi-final today. Likewise, Oman and Ireland would face each other in other semi-final on the same day. 2 teams that reach the final of the qualifiers will be selected for the ICC T20 World Cup scheduled to be held in Australia from October 16 to November 13. Novak Djokovic says he had the best possible experience in returning with a win at the Dubai Tennis Championships in his first match since being involved in a vaccination and visa saga in the build-up to the Australian Open. The world number 1 became the focus of a global story when he was deported from Australia on January 16 because of his COVID-19 vaccination status. But on his return to action, he saw off Italy's Lorenzo Musetti 6-3, 6-3, a pleasant experience, he said. After thanking the crowd following his first match of 2022, Djokovic added, "I could not pick a better place to kickstart the season. It was the best possible experience tonight. All in all, it's a straight set win, so of course I have to be satisfied, especially after not playing for 2.5, almost 3 months." Number 1 seed Djokovic saved all 7 break points. He served against Musetti, the world number 58, and will face either Russia's Karen or Australia's Alex de Minaur in round 2. We are at the end of Janata Bulletin and the headlines once again. CPM Unified Socialists to vote against MCC. The ruling party urges other parties to stand against the MCC. Nepali Congress says USA has not given any pressure to ratify MCC. Government to accept any proposal that is beneficial for the country. Nepali Congress making efforts to endorse MCC warns that the failure to endorse MCC will impact Nepal's international relation. Fighter jet clashes in Iran's Tabriz, at least 3 killed as military jet comes down near school. And Nepal in semis after thrashing Canada by 8 wickets. The cricket team is just 1 step away from T20 World Cup. And that's all from the English News Desk for today. You can follow Janata Television and our programs on various social media platforms, including on our website janatasamachar.com. Keep watching Janata Television. Namaste.